Welcome to Patagonia Bush Pilots.
Gracias.
Let me know, let the people that are watching this video, your name, where are you from, and what are you doing here?
Okay, so my name is Joao, Juan in Spanish, and I'm a pilot from Brazil, from the countryside of, I'm actually from São Paulo state,
Yeah,
a small city called Andradina.
Andradina.
Yeah, we have a flying scene there as well. It's where everything started. And then now I moved for the countryside, not a countryside, for Campo Grande,
Okay.
which is on the far west, on Mato Grosso do Sul. And there I fly a Baron 58. I go for farms and different airfields around the...
With the Baron.
With the Baron,
Awesome plane.
we fly the Midwest of Brazil.
Okay. How long have you been flying? When did you get your license? Where did you get your license? Tell me
Yeah.
that story.
Yeah, well, everything started, he was maybe a bush guy. I had a grandpa, which he learned to fly maybe in 4 days. He bought an airplane, was not like this kind of wings. And then he was a guy flying where we could not have roads, maybe 50 years ago in the Midwest of Brazil.
Yeah.
And then he passed this passion, this learn of flying for my family. And I had a cousin. I have a cousin, he's 15 years older than me.
Okay.
And when I was a kid, he was already flying. Also, going on several trips on Brazil, making different flights. And then when I got to be a teenager, was at the same time that my family bought the first airplane. So I started to learn with him. Also on the small city of Andradina, we had the scene of flying there, was us, some guys, and I was always following him whenever he was going with his plane. And whenever we could, we were doing our class.
Okay.
And at this time, I started with 14 years old.
14 years old.
Yeah.
Now you are 27.
Yeah.
So since a long time you were
A long
flying.
time ago.
Great.
I made the solo there, and then I went to the States because at the time I did not have the age to do in Brazil.
Okay.
And in the States, I fought in Florida on the swamps with the Cessna as well. And then I came back to Brazil, started improving the flying, and then that's what I've been doing since then.
And tell the people that are watching the video, what are you doing here? What do you came to do here in Patagonia? This is your first time in Argentina?
Yeah, it was my first time in Argentina, and it was like the best place to be right now, I can say.
Well, that's awesome, man.
Because, well, so with this passion of aviation, was always chasing for adventure, in a way. And as in Brazil, we fly these kind of strips, sometimes dirty strips. We go to farms, we open some runway ourselves. So we had this thing about the backcountry flying, let's say. And I have always seen on the TV the guys in Alaska, for sure,
Yeah.
doing the stall thing in the bushes, let's say. So the bush flying, the first time I saw, the actual concept as it is here was on the TV, on the Alaska.
Yeah.
And even though we had our kind of backcountry flying there, but is not in this concept, right, as it is. So watching the YouTube videos a few weeks ago, as I always did, okay, let's see some sides of flying, people flying the bush, and people doing the stall things. And it was like...
You find our channel.
Yeah, suddenly I saw on the random video of YouTube,
Yeah.
they show like Patagonia bush flying. I said, what? This was not on my radar.
You never
Right
think we are doing this here?
No.
Never.
No, never. At the time I saw, I said, man, here in South America, like beside us, let's see what's happening there. So I watched the channel, I see our pictures on Instagram, so I started to talk.
Yeah.
And a few days, I said, man, I'm going there. I have a holiday in front of me. I won't miss it. I have to go there to see it. And when I arrived here, like from the few words I saw, like Patagonia, bush flying. When I arrived here, I could understand 100% and fitted in my mind exactly what I thought. So it's like mountain, backcountry flying, stall airplanes, chasing for new places, and yeah.
So you enjoyed these 3 days flying here? Was a different thing that you're used to? What was the real feeling that you feel these days here?
I can say that it's a field that I haven't, I was not feeling that much in aviation since I was a kid and chasing for new things, because here you can really feel the freedom of flying and also think about the next steps of new things that it's able to do. Awesome. So it's kind of, I was flying for the first time because it's a different type of aviation, right? And different type of environment.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so flying Patagonia was a dream. Not flying, being Patagonia was a dream. And flying bush was a dream, for sure. And that combined.
You make a combo.
Yeah, that's why it was easy to take the decision to come like right away. And when I arrived here in these 3 days, we've been flying together, like being on that peak, crossing it, like flying mountains.
Which was the most unforgettable moment on these 3 days? If you have to choose one or two, which ones were when we passed through the peaks, when we touched the water? Which ones are the most ones that you wanted to do it, you did it, and you will never forget about them? But if you want to put one in pole position, the first one and the second one.
Okay, I would say two. One is the peak, for sure, in the mountain, because in my mind, I did not even have the idea we could do it. Right?
All right.
So it was like brand new when you said, okay, let's go for that peak. I said, what? Okay, we are in the mountains, seeing the glaciers, and yeah, it was really cool, and we feel the frio na barriga. You know?
Frio na barriga. I will never forget about frio na barriga.
Yeah, I really feel it. Like even on those years in aviation, I still could feel like the small fear.
That's awesome about aviation. You can always feel frio na barriga with planes.
Yeah, making new stuffs. So this was awesome. We had the XP, my girlfriend, you, and it was awesome. And the second, I would say it's now, like a few hours ago, where we were landing on the water and then on the bank, on the river, because that's really something I had as an expectation for bush flying.
Okay. Start the landing with the wheels on the water and finish it on the ground.
Yeah. And I saw that it started like a few minutes before, like, let's chase the banks. Okay, let's go on the river, doing the curves and see what is the best bank to do it. Yeah. So the science and the skills behind chasing the right field, now I understand that's also part of the bush flying.
Exactly.
And that's when it starts.
It's the most important thing to understand, the search for the right place to land. We cannot land wherever we want. We need to be secure. We need to be completely sure that we are going to be secure on the maneuver.
Yeah.
You reach that. You can feel that.
Yeah, of course. And that's, one of the things that I've learned a lot here with you. And this very special technique of mountain flying. And you have to be here to learn it, you know. We have the backcountry flying in Brazil. We have like people flying on Pantanal, on Amazonia, several places. But the technique here about mountain flying and flying the bush on the lakes, on the banks, it's really special and really unique. From here, of course, Alaska, other place, but here you have Patagonia bush flying. You have Alaska bush flying there and have Patagonia bush flying here.
You understand everything, man.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming to fly with me here.
It was a pleasure, man.
My pleasure.
Muchas gracias.
Thank you.
You